Today we are going to learn about the axillary artery. Axillary artery is the extension of the subclavian artery. It extends from the lower body of the first rib till the lower body of the teres major muscle. Later it continues as the brachial artery. Axillary artery has three parts. With respect to the pectoralis minor, first part is proximal to the pectoralis minor, second part is deep to the pectoralis minor, and third part is distal to the pectoralis minor. Now we are going to study about the relationship of the axillary artery. This is anterior part, this is posterior part, this is medial part, and this is lateral part. At first we are going to see about the first part of the axillary artery. It gives rise to the superior thoracic artery. Second part, it gives rise to the two arteries, that is lateral thoracic artery and thoracoacromial artery. Now third part gives rise to the three arteries, that are subscapular artery, as we can't see here, and remaining two are anterior and posterior circumflex humeral artery. We can see here anterior and posterior circumflex humeral artery. Posteriorly, first branch has medial cord of brachial plexus with its medial pectoral branch. As we can see here, medial branch of the brachial plexus, it's here, medial branch, and with its pectoral branch we can see here. First part, it has posteriorly medial cord of brachial plexus. As we can see here, medial cord of brachial plexus with its medial pectoral branches. 1, 2, 3. In second part, posteriorly it has posterior cord of brachial plexus with subscapularis muscle. In second part, laterally it has lateral cord of the brachial plexus and coracobrachialis, and medially it has medial cord of the brachial plexus, medial pectoral nerve, and axillary nerve. As we can see here, axillary nerve is somewhere in, it is deep to that, and medial pectoral nerve. Now we are going to see about the third part. Third part, posteriorly it has radial nerve. Radial nerve is deep over here, and next axillary nerve in the upper part, subscapularis over here. Laterally it has coracobrachialis and musculocutaneous nerve. Medially it has axillary vein and medial cutaneous nerve of arm.
Today let's start the demonstration of axillary arteries and its branches. Axillary artery gives rise to 6 branches. 1 branch from the first part of the artery, 2 branches from the second part of the artery, and 3 branches from the third part of the artery. In the first part there is first branch, that is superior thoracic artery. It is very small branch which arises from the first part of the axillary artery. It runs forward, downward, and medially passes between the two pectoral muscles and ends by supplying these muscles and the thoracic wall. In the second part of the axillary artery, it gives rise to 2 branches, thoracoacromial artery and the lateral thoracic artery. The thoracoacromial artery is the branch from the second part of the axillary artery. It emerges from the upper part of the pectoral minor and supplies through the terminal branches, and it goes on dividing into 4 terminal branches, that is pectoral branch, deltoid branch, acromial branch, and clavicular branch. The lateral thoracic artery is the second part. It emerges and runs along the lower border of the pectoralis minor. It is in the close relationship with the anterior group of the axillary vein. The third part of the axillary artery gives rise to 3 branches. The first is subscapular artery, which is the longest branch. It runs along the lower border of the subscapularis to terminate near the internal angle of the scapula. It supplies the latissimus dorsi and the serratus anterior. And the second branch is anterior circumflex humeral artery. It is the small branch arising from the third part of the axillary artery and at the lower border of the subscapularis. It passes in front of the tuberculous sulcus of the humerus and supplies the head of the humerus and shoulder joint. And the third branch is posterior circumflex humerus artery. It is the much larger than the axillary artery, and it arises from the third part of the axillary artery at the lower border of the subscapularis, accompanied by the axillary nerve, passes through the quadrangular intramuscular space. It supplies the shoulder joint, the deltoid, and the muscles bounding the quadrangular space.